Okay, let's see what we have here. Well, for one, why I say that you're picking a fight, we have the Five of Wands. And I have a feeling you're picking a fight just a bit. But that's fine. That's fine. Picking a fight is something that that just comes naturally to you. That's totally okay. I sometimes wish I would pick a fight more often. Right. What else do we have here? For one, 4 out of the 8 cards I pull out on my table are Major Arcana cards, if you count this baby right here, which is the extra card in this particular card set, Illumination. It's a gorgeous card, and I love it. But it's also a different meaning each time. There's something about us about finding what your center is. Because a lot of these cards have this motive of, well, I mean, this deck in general has a motive of, Emperor, by the way, twirling imagery, things circling around. But for a lot of the cards here, I see that same feeling, and it feels like perhaps reminding me a bit of the eclipsing energy where everything is rotating around everything all of the time. The Earth's rotating around its own axis, the Moon's rotating around the Earth, we're orbiting. Everything's in our solar system orbiting around the Sun, and the Sun itself is, well, traveling through space at immense speeds, but also orbiting around the center of our Milky Way galaxy. And everything's probably orbiting even more outside of that. Everything needs sort of something to orbit around. And I mean, it's, by all means, I don't think that's a bad thing to do. And it feels like you guys are finding what it is you are orbiting around. Something perhaps that you've always orbited around, something that truly is at the core of who you are, what you're supposed to do, what you want to do. For some of you, it's just about realizing what's actually truly important to you. And sticking up for it. There's a lot of sticking up for it. There's a lot of staking your claim energy here. But there's also a certain feeling of juggling. We have both the Two of Pentacles and Temperance. And in this case, it truly does feel like both of these cards are juggling something that I'm not sure is purely a hustle in this case. I think for some of you, it's about juggling the fact that here is the thing that I orbit around. That's the most important thing to me in whatever aspect in relationships in your own personal existence as a human being. And finding balance between that and it feels like having to exist in this particular world where a lot of the times it does feel like we aren't given the space to even explore and to allow ourselves this, to enjoy or to indulge, or not even to indulge, to properly pursue the thing that is most important to us. There is a lot of self-realization in these cards. One of the first cards that fell through was the World. And it does feel like that, where you guys are coming into your own. I feel like some of you guys will legitimately have a moment where you just sort of stop and take a deep breath and realize, for one, oh, okay, this is where I am. this is who I am as a person. This is how I have turned out. For some of you guys, this will be a moment of glory in a way. I mean, you know, the King of Wands itself is a wonderful card of handling everything, and it's a fiery persona, and it's an amazing, strong, you know, able to do anything they want persona. You know, and not to mention that this card has, oh, camera didn't shift for a bit there, but this card has one of my favorite just imaging ever, where the King of Wands is ascending and he's surrounded by color. It's a wonderful card and I love it very much. But for some of you guys, this will be a moment where, you know, you have a moment to stand, maybe sometime around the eclipse times. You have a moment to stop, think about where you are, and realize, oh darn, I've made it. I'm trying not to swear because YouTube apparently doesn't like swearing. And, you know, for some of you guys, it will be a moment of realizing, me. Some of you guys will have a moment of self-realization where you realize who you are as a person, but you also realize, well, I haven't gotten to there at all where I actually wanted to be as a person, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to actually achieve. Not even achieve, just like, you know, everybody always has an image of themselves in their own head. And, you know, that's all fine and well, but there's a lot of times where people suddenly realize, well, I certainly have not actually been the person that I thought I was all of this time. And a lot of you guys will feel dejected about it, and I feel like some of you guys will feel like this about as well. The Five of Wands is about that as well. About realizing, you know what, now I'm going to pick a fight with my existence, with my world, and actually, you know, carve this stuff out. Take initiative, take a stance. And for some of you guys, it will be about, this is who I am as a person, that I have to balance out with who I have to be as a person for other people, and you're going to be okay with that. In a most peaceful, uplifting way. You know, because I would say that this is one of the more tumultuous temperance cards I've seen. Sorry about the background noise. But it is a lovely moment of self-realization for you guys. For some of you guys, this will be purely because of this combination, because in this deck, Actor of the World, the next card is the Illumination. The Illumination, just Illumination. Some of you guys will find out, will just purely realize what it is that you're actually good at, what it is you actually want to do. You will, or if you know, if you already know all of these things, if you can truly know all of these things, a lot of you guys, Aries, will come to a solid realization about what you need to do, what you need to juggle, what you need to, what fights you need to pick to actually get there. And some of you guys will just go, you know what, I'm fine. Which is fine as well. I don't think, you know, and you can truly, guys, be faulted for some of you guys who realize, oh, this is not where I actually wanted to be, but I have to be there. There is a sense of a little bit of a duty about the Emperor in this case too, where no matter what it is that's truly for you, or no matter what you truly are for yourself, you have to be someone for, you have to be someone else maybe for other people. And there's a sense of duty in that, and that's fine, because that's how society works and that's how humans work. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna take a clarifier for the Two of Pentacles. I don't know why. You know what's actually what was at the bottom of the deck? I just went in for reshuffling these cards, and at the bottom of the deck we had to fold, so. Some of you guys are looking to start a new business, a new endeavor, a new life's purpose. Well, that's the thing about it. Some of you guys are just realizing, you know, coming into your own, or realizing how, oh, wait, I haven't come into my own, actually, the way I wanted to do that, so. Okay, second chances. Risen from the dead. It's an open door to the infinite. And to another black hole to twirl around. See, this is what I'm talking about in the very beginning, the orbiting feeling. You have found a thing to orbit around, whatever it is. And it might be a job, it might be a hobby, it might be a certain kind of relationship you like to foster with other people. For some of you, it is a certain kind of a goal to reach, or a certain kind of a state of mind to pursue as a base. You know, because it's maybe at the center of the universe, it is a black hole, but all around it is light. I feel like some of you guys are realizing that it's a black hole at the center, but the light around it is the brightest thing you've ever seen. And that's okay. Those two can be there at the same time. Carrie Fisher quotes here and all that. I don't quote things because I don't remember quotes too well, but Carrie Fisher quote here. Also Hosier quote. With your awful heart. The song, I think. That was the lyric. A chance, a door opening to actually not pursue, but perhaps just a door opening to perhaps just a solid realization of what it is that you want to pursue. What do I want? There's an extra oracle card. I want the Latvian Signs deck. Any advice for Aries? Finding the thing to orbit around. I'm gonna probably actually start doing titles for... Okay. No, actually, no. I'm gonna start doing titles for at least these kinds of readings, so you're gonna have something about an orbit. Oh, there it is. We get this sign, we get the Usinch. There's no translation for these, because, you know, Latvian. It's just the name. But it is gorgeous, isn't it? Sorry about the background noise again. It's the bringer of sun, it's the sign of life. It's a strong sign of protection. Yeah, there's a... Seriously sorry about the noise. Sorry about that. Got some noise, gotta cut down. But, there is a feeling of, this is my orbit, this is the thing I need to orbit around, and I will, you know, drag myself through that orbit if I need to. That's what I need to do to start the actual orbiting process, because, you know, it's just all orbiting all the way around, you know, it's just happening. But if you didn't realize that, like, oh, this is the thing that actually you need to orbit around, perhaps you'll need to do a little shove, to get the whole thing started. So this, in some way, gives me the energy of I'll drag myself into that orbit if I need to. I do need to. And some of you guys will be doing just that. And that's a pretty cool thing, actually.